Have you ever felt torn between what you want to do and what you have to do? Now, these days, instead of asking what's the most stable path, more and more people are asking, how can I live in a way that feels true to me? But surprisingly, many people say they don't even know what they truly want to do. Now, a recent neuroscientist explained that the reason is because people often choose their path without truly knowing themselves. And that's why the first thing we need is a process of understanding our emotions, personality, and talents. Hello, this is Culture Crunch's DJ Joel, and today on Workie Talkie, we're joined by someone who boldly makes a new choice in search of their own path. But before we meet them, we are going to listen to a song. This is 자유롭게 날아, or Fly to the Youth, featuring Uki by Nows.
하나둘씩 어깨도 힘이 늘어나 어째선지 네 입에 미소를 잃어가 내가 바랬던 거 이런 게 아니었던 것 같은데 맘은 또 멍이 들어 차가워져 갈수록 좋겠죠 만족도 못했어 솔직해지긴 다 겁이 나지만 새벽은 다시 또 찾아올 테니까 I do what I want 눈을 떠 babe I'm waiting for you 바래져가는 내게 I wanna do 어둠에 삼켜진 널 찾아 헤매 뛰어들게 burning me down Guess I'm coming now 너란 빛을 light up I'm holding you 자유롭게 날아 어디든 where you at 어디든 where you at 연한 바람처럼 흘러가는 바람 오랜 쉬워서라 그리고 물결 시간이 갈수록 가슴속 깊숙이 상처는 커져만 가 어른이 됐고 마음은 그대로인데 할 일은 산처럼 쌓여만 가 yeah. 정답은 없어도 돼 그냥 멋대로 just do it my way 짧으신 내 맘속 난 나라같이 더 빛나는 것으로 해 우리 지났던 내 깊어질수록 그 상처는 지워지지 않으니까 이제 너 좋겠어 지금 난 그대로 더 빛이 나 채워가 babe I'm waiting for you 바래져가는 내게 I wanna do 어둠에 삼켜진 널 찾아 헤매 뛰어들게 burning me down Guess I'm coming now 너란 빛을 light up I'm holding you 자유롭게 날아 어디든 where you at 어디든 where you at 연한 바람처럼 흘러가는 바람 오랜 쉬워서라 그리고 물결 I don't care what they say 나에겐 네가 있어 I'm going my way 넘어진 순간에도 가두지 못해 네가 뭔데 왜 난 너라니까
Yes, I'm coming now. 너란 빛을 light up. I'm ready. 자유롭게 날아.
연한 바람처럼 흘러가는 바람 우리 쉬워서라 그리고 물결
Discover the world of K-jobs on Workie Talkie. Now, each month, we pick a new field and invite the top experts from that field to learn everything there is to know. And the theme for July is K K-Gugak. Now, for today's edition of Workie Talkie, we've invited the fabulous Laure Mafo with us in the studio. Welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm Laure Mafo, French-born Cameroonian. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for being here. It is so much fun to have someone who is so fascinating, and we're going to get into it a little bit. But in order for us to sort of get into, your career, what you've been doing, and what you do here in Korea, we had you fill out a resume, of course. So we're going to take a quick look at your resume right here. Now, this is why I said it was so fascinating. Now, for your job, in the job line here, you filled out Pansori singer.
Yeah.
Now, we actually had another Pansori artist on the show last week, but from the mouth of someone who actually does Pansori, please explain to the audience what Pansori actually is.
Pansori is a traditional Korean music that tells a story through singing, drumming, and narration. Pansori has a total of 5 stories that have been passed down by singer through call and response. You have 흥보가, 춘향가, 척벽가, 심청가, and 수군가.
Okay, so, that was a very interesting and very easy to understand way of explaining what Pansori was. And I can't wait to get more maybe into why you ended up doing it. But first, I wanted to mention, you said that you were a French national of Cameroonian descent, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, it is fascinating to see a foreigner performing Pansori. A lot of people like to perform K-pop and stuff, but you do a traditional Korean, art form.
Yeah.
So how long has it been since you've actually started to professionally learn Pansori?
I'm in my 8 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. 8 years studying Pansori now.
Oh, wow. Now, 8 years. So that means that you have been in Korea for quite a while then. Now, you started learning, of course, when you came here. But, how did you actually even get started with Pansori? How did you find out about it? I'd imagine that, especially before the huge boom of, Korean culture around the world, Pansori was maybe not something that was so well known overseas.
Yeah.
So how did that how did you get started with it?
Actually, I started learning Pansori in 2015. It was for a Pansori competition for amateur held by the Korean Culture Center in Paris. Yeah, that was my first time hearing Pansori from my teachers.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you actually found out about it not in Korea then, but in France.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So that's going to be really fascinating as we delve more deeply into your adventure, your story with Pansori. So, you've been here 8 years, been doing Pansori for 8 years, and you undoubtedly have some works that you're very proud of, or works that, represent you as an artist, a singer of Pansori. So we're going to take a look maybe at your first primary work. Now, the first is a Pansori piece called 흥보가. Now, that is what you wrote into the spot here. So could you please tell us a little bit maybe about what this story tells, what this piece is about?
흥보가 it's a story of 흥보, a kind-hearted younger brother who helped swallow and receive blessing, while his older brother 놀보 tried to copy him but ended up losing everything. It was a really bad person.
Now, of course, this particular theme in Korean folklore, Korean tradition is rather well known.
Yeah.
But the story of a younger brother who wants to help a swallow, the bird type swallow, and receives blessings. The brother who kind of wants to copy him and receive blessings as well, if not more blessings. Now, that is a story that, you have to tell while you're singing, of course. But is there a particular reason maybe why this resonated so well with you as a Pansori artist? Did you feel a particular connection? Why did you choose it as your first representative work?
Actually, I didn't really choose at first because my teacher, Minnesong's teachers, she's a National Intangible Cultural Heritage number 5 and a disciple of the Pansori song 흥보가. So that's why I naturally start by my learning with 흥보가. But as I learn Hungboga, I love the moral on the story. It's I believe that living kindly like Hungbo will ultimately. My English is so bad. Ultimately lead to good things. That's why I like Hungboga.
Right. And I can imagine that why that is because, when you hear Pansori, especially for the first time, it might be a little bit difficult to kind of figure out what is going on within the lyrics, within the emotions that you're presenting on stage. But all of these different works, they have a really hard, solid message in them. Yeah. So, for you to resonate with this, it's reflective of not only you as an artist, but you as a person as well, for sure. Yeah. Now, we do have a video prepared of Hungboga. Now, I'm super excited to take a look. I want to see you. I want to see you perform. So let's go ahead and take a quick look.
흥보가 보고서 좋아라 반갑다 네 집이 어디를 갔다가 이제 와 당산 당합 비겁이래 편편히 누난 거둥은 무엇을 갔다고 이르랴.
Wow, I must say that if I just close my ears, all I hear is, or not close my ears, close my eyes rather, all I hear is just traditional Pansori music. And I think that shows music is just so universal. It doesn't matter who's singing it, as long as you understand the messaging as well. But just, also your actions, your gestures, your expression, the way you sing. I can tell that you put in a lot of work and that you feel a sort of sincerity when singing Pansori. A true artist for sure. Now, we've talked Pansori on this program before. Now, you actually, as you're performing this, you have to perform extremely long narratives in Korean, which is not your mother tongue, of course.
Yeah.
And you have to sing it with a lot of emotion as well. And these things can, go for quite a while, I think you know. But when it comes to putting the emotion, putting the gestures, putting in the expression and all of that in such a long performance, how do you personally, as a Pansori artist, kind of prepare for this? How do you practice for it?
Like other students, I practice at my training place, my teacher's training place, and 2 times a year, summer and winters, I go to the training camp with my teacher and other students. During 2 or 3 weeks, we wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. and we practice all day long until 10 p.m. Yes, it's really good for the voice. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, yes. That's help us to develop our voice and to build a good relationship with other students too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you these camps that you participate in, obviously, you go twice a year, as you said, winter and summer, but you also, right?
Yeah.
And you practice all day long. And you said that that's not hard on the voice to sing like that all day? Like, is it not difficult?
It's so difficult, because how can I say I don't say lose her voice, but it's like I don't know how you say in English. 목이 쉬고 다시 들어오고 쉬고 다시 들어오고.
Your voice will briefly cut out and then it'll come back and then
come
cut
back,
out and then come back. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. So you do that, but also like you practice on your own as well. Just get, gain 연습 or personal practice as well. Wow. Okay. So I'd imagine that's there's a lot of work that goes into practicing this.
Like everything,
Yeah, of course. Practice makes perfect, as we all know. Now, when it comes to Pansori, they say that it embodies a deep Korean emotion called Han. Right? Yeah. And it's a complex mix of sorrow, resentment, longing, all of the sort of emotions that you have to inject into your performance when you are singing Pansori. Now, you as a foreigner, it might have seemed a little bit unfamiliar to you at first. Like, it's a concept that, I'm not sure, culturally what you may or may not be familiar with, but did you find it to be unfamiliar, like this concept?
Han.
Yeah.
I learned that the concept of Han was developed during Korea's colonial period. But I'm from Cameroon, and Cameroon also has a colonial past. So I think I could relate to the Han because my ancestor, have a colonial period, and I think that they passed this down to my grandmother, my mother, and me. So that's why I can understand.
Like generationally.
Generationally,
Yeah.
I can feel, understand the concept of Han.
Right. Well, you know what, though? That makes a lot of sense because, as you said, Cameroon also has a colonial past as well. And, during the colonial period, a lot of things were experienced that weren't great. And, they were bad, really.
Yeah.
And so that, when you hear these stories going through time, through generations, you can really relate to it, even if you weren't alive at that time. So, definitely, I think that certainly helps with being
a lot.
familiar with the feeling of Han as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your next primary work. Now, you wrote 춘향가 here in the primary works number 2 category. Please briefly explain this story and what it represents and what it means to you.
춘향가 is a love story between Chunyang and Moryong, who fell in love, but Moryong left for Seoul to become a government official, while Chunyang is imprisoned for refusing the corrupt governor advance. And after a long time, Moryong returned and saved her. And they reunite. It's a love story not really like Romeo and Juliet because we have a good ending.
Right.
Yes, but it's a little bit similar, yeah.
Okay, so clearly it certainly resonated with you in a particular way, but you chose 춘향가 as your second key piece after 흥보가. Now, is there a particular reason why you chose one over the other, or is it they're both, kind of the same for you, or how do you reflect on that?
Before starting classes at Korean National University of Arts, Hanyejeong, I'd already learned some famous part of Chunyang while learning 흥보가. So I learned some part as 사랑가, and it's called 숙태머리. So it was only natural for me to begin to studying Chunyanga in my first years as another piece of Pansori.
Oh wow, okay. So there's a long timeline when it comes to your exposure to these particular works. Now you did mention 춘향가 is sort of it is a love story, but not in the same way that Romeo and Juliet is a love story because it has a happy ending. Now it does contain many messages as well that are maybe a little bit more different than your traditional love story. Resistance to social class discrimination and abuse of power, these sort of things, the themes that reflected heavily in 춘향가. Now, these particular elements, though, do they resonate with you in a way similar to 흥보가 as well, or do you resonate with them?
I think yes, because I think that as long as it doesn't harm other, I believe that it's essential to stay true on one principle and to stand up for the respect. It's a form of inner integrity and also an act of courage. And that's how Chunyang lived until Moryong came and saved her.
Right.
She has a principle.
Principle? Yeah.
Principle, and she stick of this.
Oh, okay. So it seems that when you're singing Pansori, you're singing especially when you chose these particular works, the core element of morality, like how people are, how people act, like for example, this one you can relate heavily to courage, while 흥보가 can be related to being a good person, So they seem to be very important to you, how the characters represent themselves, and especially how you're able to, express it on stage. Particularly for, a lot of these, as I mentioned, can be very, very, very long performances. Pansori performances can last 1, 2, even more hours at a time. Now, if you were to perform all of 춘향가, how long would that take?
The shortest Pansori, the shortest one is 2.5 hours. And the longest one is 춘향가 with 8 hours.
Wait a minute. Okay, so you said the shortest ones are 2.5 hours long. The longest are 8. So you're saying that if you perform this, you're performing for 8 hours?
Yes.
my
Next year we perform 흥보가. It's 3 hours and half. Yes, it's very long.
Right.
Yes, during 3 hours with intermission, 15 minutes of intermission. Yes, I
Really?
will perform. Yes, 흥보가. So it's really long.
Well, 3.5 hours. I mean, that's not too bad compared to 8 hours. You know?
Yeah, that's good.
Wow, man, I'd imagine that it's got to take a lot of, first of all, vocal, training as well, because to hold that. So now it makes sense why you go to these camps and you perform for however many, it's 14 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, now I understand now why they're making you practice for that long. Now, when it comes to an art form like Pansori, as I said earlier, it was up until relatively recently, not many people may have been particularly familiar with the art form, but audiences in both Korea and abroad, must find them very fascinating. When you perform, how does the audience usually react when it comes to, when you're done with your performance?
At first, they are really surprised to see a foreigner with a hanbok and fan.
Right.
Yes, and after the concert, they are really impressed, and I receive a lot of encouragement from people, and I'm really thankful.
Right.
Yes, because it gives me a strength to keep doing this, and people already told me that I inspire because they have a dream and they don't know how to where to begin, and to see me performing in other country, in other languages, it's really fascinating, and it's help them to believe to their own dreams, So
Right.
yes, that's how it's work.
Well, I must say, a lot of people want to go out and get their dreams, right?
Yeah.
And it's a whole lot easier than having to leave your home country and then come all the way to a different country and learn a whole new art form. So you are inspirational for sure. I definitely feel inspired even talking to you right now.
Thank you.
I'm I could work a little bit harder. You know what?
You are working hard.
Laure Mafo is doing everything.
You are working hard.
All right, so let's take a quick look at your resume again, because you listed your essential work item is a fan. Now, in Pansori, fans are almost always present when it's being performed. So what exactly is its role in a Pansori performance?
On stage, fan is for me is my best friend, because I don't really like to be in front of people and to speak. And fan for the Pansori singer, Pansori for a singer, we tell the story through Aniri, it's narration, song, and with Palim, it's called Palim, it's a gesture that help us to emphasize the movement, and the fan, it's used to do this kind of movement. And during the concert, the fan can be everything we want.
Right.
It can be a can, for the blind in 심청가, 더듬. It can be this. It can be a child in 심청가 too. It can be how do we say that? So.
A saw?
When
right.
we cut, 시리롱 실, like this,
Right. Ooh.
시리롱 실곤. And you can be how do I say, a can for the blind person.
Right.
Like this. It can be a baby. It can be a book,
So it could literally be just anything.
Anything.
You look at it now, while it may be a fan, but it is also.
It's everything. It helps to know the sound of the wind. Like this wind. It's everything for.
Okay.
For the
Now,
singer.
you did bring your own personal fan. So, please, show the camera your personal fan. Explain a little bit about what's going on the fan. I see some signatures. What's that about?
This is not my. This is not the fan I use during the concert. It's different. This is my first fan in 2015. When I met my teacher, and perform for the competition. I use this fan, and this is all my friends. All my friends for this time they signed for me.
Oh,
and
okay.
encouraged me to keep
Yes.
doing what I love.
Okay. Yes. All right. Great. All right. So it's a fan that means a lot to you. So it certainly is a blessing and an honor to be able to get to see, an item so important to you, but also reflective of Pansori as well. All right, so far we are learning about Laure Mafo's career as a sorikun, or a pansori singer, and some of her major works as well. We're going to take a short break, and when we get back, we are going to continue our conversation in more depth. Here is our listener's guide, so check it out. Catch Culture Crunch on Arirang Radio at 11 a.m. KST every day. You can listen to our show via the Arirang Radio application, which you can download from your app store, or watch the program on Arirang TV. If you're in the Jeju area, tune in to 88.7 in Jeju City, 88.1 in Seogwipo City, or 101.9 in the Daejeong area. If you're in Busan, you can listen from BEFM 90.5, and in the Gijang, Noksan, Jeongwan areas, tune in to 103.3. You can also join us on our YouTube live stream. The channel is Arirang Radio K-pop. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. You can catch the radio rerun at 2 a.m. KST every day. Don't forget, there are exclusive episodes on Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. KST only on Arirang Radio. Head to the Culture Crunch Send Messages board on the Arirang Radio website, or email us at culturecruncharirang@gmail.com to send us your song requests and messages. All right, welcome back to Workie Talkie. We are talking K-Gugak with the Pansori artist Laure Mafo here in the studio, who is sharing traditional Korean music with the entire world. Now, we're going to get into you a little bit more, maybe some of your history, your background, maybe not necessarily everything about Pansori.
Yeah.
But I did hear that you, before moving to Korea, you had never actually even visited as a tourist. Was there any surprising or unexpected maybe moments? And that's incredible that you didn't really come here at all before that.
Yes, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I come for the first time in 2017, and it was I came as a student at the Korean languages school.
Okay.
It was I learned Korean in the morning and practice at afternoon. The difference with French was, here it's, how do you say, safety.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's
Right.
it's so different, when I was at the airport, to go to the ladies, I just leave my luggage and go. You cannot do that in France.
Oh, yeah.
In France, you cannot do that.
Right.
I saw people doing it. I think, yeah, how can you do that? And it's so safe here in Korea. That's the first feeling, at the airport. I say, oh, that's so cool. It's so cool. I can go to the ladies, by myself. I don't need to carry all my stuff with me. It was really cool. And another one here, I study Korean, but the vocabulary we learn at the Korean the language school and the vocabulary they use, in the daily life is so different.
Right, of course.
It's so different. It was so difficult for me. I didn't understand. I was when they ask, where do you live? There are a lot of expression
right.
to ask where do you live. I was the first one. Okay, 어디서 살아요? Okay, I answered, and another person asked another way. I was like, 뭐지? It was so difficult for me.
No, for sure. I mean, you especially because you had never actually been here before.
Yeah.
To come here for the first time and see all of those things, like the safety, being able to leave your stuff somewhere. It's unthinkable. Like when you live overseas,
Yeah.
and of course the language barrier as well. Of course, I know very well what you're talking about as well. So, yeah. But all that time living in Korea. You are now obviously performing Pansori now, but what's interesting is your background, your work background is not related to that field at all. It's completely different. So explain, like, what were you originally doing, like back in France?
In France, I have a master's degree in financial and accounting audit.
Whoa.
Yeah. And yes, I work at Samsung Electronics and Coca-Cola in Paris. We say cost killers. Yeah, that was my background.
My mind is a little bit blown right now because, you were building an incredibly successful corporate career, a job that is, honestly, the completely other way from
Yeah.
being a Pansori singer.
Yeah.
So this is the big question, and that is, what made you want to move here? Like, what brought you here? What was the thing that really, like, I'm moving to Korea? Like, what was that? Like, explain the story.
First, I want to come. I learned about Korea through drama and documentary. First, I saw documentary, and in documentary, Korean people have the reputation to be hard worker. The student usually study very hard. So I just think that, if I go to Korea and work for 3 years and come back to France, I will find a better position,
Right.
So before going to Korea, I will just I will try to work with a Korean company in France first, and if it's good, I will go to Korea. So thanks to my friends, I managed to go to have a contract with Samsung for the first time, and this time I was watching Korean drama too, like Reply
1988.
in 1988 and other drama, and I really love Korean ballad. In this movie,
Right.
we have Kim Kwan-seok, Yang Hee-eun, Lee Mun-se 선생님, and at the Samsung, one of my friends introduced me to the Korean Culture Center, and she said that I should start learning Korean before going to Korea. So I went there, and I met my teacher. I was singing, Kim Kwan-seok's
you're singing a Kim Kwan-seok song,
Kim
yeah.
Kwan-seok song, and my Korean teacher, she said, I know that I heard that you like Korean music.
Right.
Do you want to try the competition, Pansori competition for amateur? It was my first time hearing Pansori, words.
Oh, okay.
I said, I'm sorry, but no, I think that it's not for me. But one of my friends, she said, okay, we can try together. So I follow my friend and attend the competition, and we have a class with Minhaesung 선생님, Minhaesung professor. And during the workshop, she performed Pansori, and I was like, wow.
I love it. I was right?
Like, yeah, I couldn't understand the lyrics, of course.
Right.
But the emotion of in her voice was so strong, was so powerful. And I said, okay, I want to learn it too,
Right.
I didn't have the courage to come here to work, but with this moment, I said, okay, I want to learn this. And my teacher said, if you want to learn Pansori, you have to come to Korea.
Of course, yeah.
I say yes, of course. And yes, and 2 years later, I just quit my job and I said, okay, now I have to try it.
Of course. Well, I must say that, Reply 1988, huge drama here in Korea. It makes a lot of sense, why, you would watch a drama like this and want to move here, as well as, just the various music art forms that you have here, the Korean hardworking culture. It makes sense why you would want to move here, especially after watching a performance. But saying to yourself, I want to move to Korea and I'm going to learn Pansori is one thing. But then actually doing it is a completely different thing. So when you said, you quit your job, you're like, I'm moving to Korea and I'm going to learn Pansori. Your friends or your family, like, what was the reaction? Like, were they like shocked, or I'd imagine they were like, what?
Yeah, my mom, she said, "Oh, you're crazy." She said, I was one of the craziest child of my mother, and she said, now you are really, you lost your mind. I said, Mom, please, I want to try. She was worried because I am in France. I was sick, I was sick, and she was worried that because we don't know anyone here in South Korea. He said, if you are sick, I cannot contact anyone because I don't know anyone here there. So how? I said, my teacher is here, so it will be okay. And my friend really encouraged me. And my colleague in Samsung, they gave me the money for my ticket, my flight ticket.
Really?
Yeah, my flight ticket. You say, okay, go, please go. Just stop speaking about Korea and Pansori every time. Just go, Yes. And yeah, they gave me the money for my ticket. And my colleague in Coca-Cola, they gave me a camera, and you have to do video because we want to follow your adventure there. So yes, I have a lot of encouragement.
Right. Oh, that's great to hear that. Of course, your family might have been a little bit worried, but they still encourage you, and all of your coworkers and your friends even gave you gifts, even bought your ticket to come here as well.
Yeah.
Now, after coming here though, you arrived in Korea and you sought out, as you mentioned, the master singer Min Hye-sung, right?
Yeah.
What I'm curious to know is, when you actually went and found her, what was her reaction? Like, how did she feel? I'd imagine she was shocked, right?
Yeah, because during the workshop there are many students who say that they want to come to Korea and learn Pansori. But I really come. He said, wow, you really come here all the way here to study? I said, yes, you told me that if I come, you will teach me Pansori. So of course I came. He said, okay, let's start.
Well, that's I bet you she wasn't expecting that at all.
Not really.
Now, you started at that time, with a master of Pansori. And then, just a year after coming to Korea to study Pansori, now in 2018, you were invited to something super incredible, and that is you were invited to perform at the Élysée Palace in France. Please tell us a little bit about that event. What's that about?
It was a big surprise for me too,
Well, we're seeing some pretty well-known faces here on the screen.
This picture was taken by President Emmanuel Macron.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with my phone. He said, okay, we can take a selfie. I say, yeah. Yeah. He said, okay, give me your phone. And he said, okay, guys, okay. And they took the picture. They contacted me when I had a lesson with my teachers, and I received a message asking me to see if I can go to France to perform. It was in October, and I said to my teacher, "Teacher, I'm sorry because we have exam at the Korean language school." And she said, "What are you talking about? Exams? You have to go." I said, okay.
She has a point.
Yeah, I always listen to my teacher. I said, okay. I went there with one of my friends, Anna Yates professor now at Korean National University. And we went there, and it was really a big surprise, We were two like this, and we performed Hungboga, part of Hungboga, and people were really, very, really proud. French people, because French was singing another Pansori, another art. It was amazing, and for Korean, for me to show Korean culture to the world, that was really amazing. That was really good. And the two presidents, they encouraged me to keep doing what I'm doing. So.
Right. I mean, I'd imagine you were very nervous because, of course, you have the French president and the former Korean president as well. You must have been nervous, right?
Not really.
Really?
That's crazy because when the President Emmanuel Macron, he said, "Oh, Laure Mafo, I heard a lot about you." I said, "A lot? Oh no, don't overwriting, please." I said, "Yes." I said, "No, don't over. It's overacting, right?" I said, he said, "No, really." I said, "Okay, thank you." And he asked me, "Can we take the picture?" I say, "Yeah, of course, if you want."
Right.
it's a president. Are you crazy now? Yes, yes.
Well, it must be a huge honor, and that was only briefly after only briefly starting your adventure with Pansori. Now, I do want to say though, you've accomplished a lot throughout your career of 8 years so far, and that's why this makes this next question so interesting. And that's if you had to make your entire life so far working with Gugak, working with traditional Korean music, into a drama title, what would it be? So, I want you to sort of maybe think about it a little bit, as we listen to a song, so we can kind of come back and tackle everything about your life as a drama title. Now, we are exploring the world of traditional Korean music in July with K-Gugak's edition of Workie Talkie. We are joined by Laure Mafo here in the studio. Now, we're going to listen to a song before we continue on with our interview. This is 사랑가 by 고영열, and we'll be right back.
이리 오너라 업고 놀자 이리 오너라 업고 놀자 사랑 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 내 사랑이야 사랑이로구나 내 사랑이야 내 사랑이로다 내도 내 사랑아 네가 무엇을 먹으려느냐 네가 무엇을 먹으려느냐 둥글둥글 수박 웃봉지 떼뜨리고 강릉백청을 따다다다다다다다 부어씨는 발라버리고 붉은 점 웃뻑다 반간 진수로 먹으려느냐 아니 그것도 나는 싫소 그러면 무엇을 먹으려느냐 네가 무엇을 먹으려느냐 엔두를 주랴 포도를 주랴 귤병 사탕을 해화당을 주랴 내도 내 사랑아 저리 가거라 뒤태를 보자 이만큼 오너라 앞태를 보자 아장아장 걸어라 걷는 태를 보자 빵긋 웃어라 이 속을 보자 내도 내 사랑아 이 모양이 이대로 늙지 말게 하여다오 사랑이로구나 내 사랑이야 오둥둥 내 사랑
was a
All right, welcome back to Culture Crunch's Workie Talkie. We are joined by the Pansori artist Laure Mafo here in the studio. We are having a lot of fun. Now, quickly, before we listened to that fabulous song, which you were like, oh, I love 선생님 so much. He's such a great teacher. His voice is so great. I can tell that you really, really do have a real passion for Pansori and your knowledge as well. You've studied a lot about Pansori, and you can definitely tell. But I did ask a question. If your life as a Pansori singer could be made into a drama, what would that name be? Please explain what that name for a drama might be.
A road to Pansori. Because my life started at the cost killer, and now with Pansori, it's like a therapy for me. It's not easy. It's not an easy way. It's just the beginning for me, but it's a dream I really want to achieve. And through this road, I want to show to people that it's not too late to believe on her dreams. And if you work hard for it, you will meet some other people. You will meet a lot of people. You will meet a different world. So yeah, this is. I think it's a rhythm of my life now, because I think that I work a lot. My mother, my grandmother, they helped me, to find this road, and now I'm trying to work on it, and I hope that at the end people will love my Pansori.
Right. Oh, no. Well, listen, I'm already a fan, so, but of course it really is a road, because you've had quite an adventure getting to where you are today. And, we've talked about that a lot, as well during the course of our interview.
Yeah.
It also kind of formulates into something really fascinating as well. And we're going to be talking about the Yeongdong 세계 국악 Expo, or the Yeongdong World Traditional Music and Arts Expo, who you are the official ambassador of. Please say a little bit about the expo, as its official ambassador.
The expo, it will be on September 2020, September 12.
Okay.
September 12th to October 11th.
Okay.
And at the Yeongdong, we will have traditional music of many country here. So if you like traditional music, traditional culture, I think it's a good place to go. And even Korean traditional music singer, I think it's good to meet other traditional artists. Even for collaboration for the future. Because for example, Pansori or traditional. I will start again. Korean traditional music, I think is meant to collaborate with other music, and it's a good place to meet other performers. And if you have a time, please come to see us with your friends, family, and yeah.
Right, of course. Now, as you said, there's lots of different traditional music, not just from Korea. It is a world expo, but you as the ambassador, showcases and highlights the importance and love for Pansori, but also as well a lot of foreign traditional music as well, because that's what makes the world very beautiful, and why traditional music is so beautiful, because each country, each nation has their own, and it certainly is great to have you represent it, because someone who is truly global Pansori singer.
Thank you.
So, it's obvious that you have a lot of passion, you have a lot of love for the art of Pansori. But I'm wondering, what sort of Pansori artist, or what sort of stage that you want to create, or stage that you want to stand on, going forward in the future. Do you have anything like that?
I want to create a piece with Cameroon. My mother language is story, because in Cameroon we have a story too.
Right.
Story. When I was young, my grandfather he used to tell us a lot of story with moral like that. And I hope that someday I will make a Pansori piece with that story, and I want to perform. I want to work with orphan.
Oh, okay.
Often like a music therapy, and I hope that one day, I will teach Pansori to the children, and I will make I will be on stage with them, with them together singing Pansori as a music therapy. This is my dream, and yes, collaborate with artists all over the world.
Right.
I will translate Pansori in French, and I'm trying to translate in Spanish now.
Okay.
Yes, I want to show Pansori to the to show Pansori to the world. So yes, through the languages, I will learn other countries' history and transform in Pansori and teach it to the children.
Oh,
that's my
okay.
dream.
Well, truly, you are a global Pansori singer for sure. Probably, one of the first of its kind. So I'm sensing some big things going on in the future for you.
Thank you,
sure.
thank you. I will work really hard.
There you go. I'm supporting you.
Thank you so much.
I want to say we've had a lovely, lovely, lovely time here on
too.
Culture Crunch. It was it's really an honor to meet someone who so heartfastly loves Pansori, even though they are a foreigner. But before you leave, please do say one final message to our Culture Crunch family. Look at this camera and, just say some final words.
Hi guys. Okay, believe to you and your dream, and work hard to achieve your dream. That's my message.
Yes. Now, okay, of course, we are going to be sending you off with a song, but I did want to say the song that we're going to be playing for our final song is a song that I think really resonates with you a lot. All right, so we're going to be sending off Laure Mafo with a song today. Now, don't forget that you can watch this episode again on the Arirang website and YouTube if you want to tune in again. Now, I will be sending off Laure Mafo with a song, a personal favorite of hers, and a truly inspiring song at that. This is 알 수 없는 인생, or Life We Can't Know by 이문세, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
언제쯤 사랑을